was one of the Diamond T boys down there.
Nice shooting, kid.
Yeah, that's only the beginning. Now I'll tell Tim O'Brien it was one of the Howard boys that killed one of his men. That ought to get the old feud going again.
Think you better take Joe with you?
No, it'd look better if I go by myself.
All right. You know Tim O'Brien better than I do. See you in Brody.
I didn't think that even a Howard would shoot a man in the back.
Who else could it be but Howard, or one of his men? What are you going to do about it, O'Brien?
There's only one thing to do. We're riding over to the Lazy H and settle this feud once and for all. Get the boys together.
Now Dan was born at an early age in good old New York town. He learned to ride the wildest bronco of them all on the merry-go-round. Six Gun Dan was an old cowhand, the wild and rough galoot. His finger was quicker than your eye could flicker when he started in to shoot. Now Six Gun Dan and some gambling men had a friendly game of poker. The hand that he got that won the pot was 2 6 guns and a joker. 6 Gun Dan was a ladies' man, so the records say. He could have married any one of 16 girls, but his old paint horse said nay. Now Dan was a whiz at throwing a rope and all around man you bet. He lassoed a pan from the cookie's hand and he ain't stopped running yet. 6 Gun Dan was a real top hat with his fancy shirt and boots. But when he tried to ride an outlaw horse, he sure did shoot the chute. Now Dan made a crack about Curly Joe. Joe swore he'd make him eat it. But Dan wasn't feeling hungry at the time, so he saddled up and beat it. 6 Gun Dan was an old cowhand, the wild and rough salute. His finger was quicker than your eye could flicker when he started in to shoot. Dan was an old cowhand, the wild and rough galoot. His finger was quicker than your eye could flicker when he started in to shoot.
You better give me that rope before you hog tie yourself. Hey, Cap, looks like we got company. It's Tim O'Brien.
Yeah. He ain't stepped foot on this ranch for over 20 years.
Hello, Tim.
Never mind that. I'm looking for the dirty coward that shot one of my wranglers in the back.
None of my men did it.
No? Then maybe it was you, Howard.
You know better than that.
Either you or your old man is responsible. I can't fight him because he's crippled. But I'm having a showdown with you right now, so go for your gun.
I'm not going to fight you, O'Brien, because you're wrong.
If I happen to know better. I saw the killer heading for this ranch.
Now, you keep out of this. But if you were looking for trouble, just step right up.
If you're too yellow to fight me, I'm leaving. But I'm giving you and your men fair warning. The first one of you sets foot on the Diamond T is going to be shot on sight. Remember that.
I was kind of worried about you there for a minute. But if you'd have needed any help, I'd have started blazing away with my 6 gun.
Yeah, so I noticed.
Doggone, I plumb forgot.
That memory of yours is going to get you in a lot of trouble someday. You know, Shap, there's something phony about this whole setup.
That's what I was thinking. That Wolverine Kid is so crooked you could use him for a corkscrew. I heard his real name once. Let's see, what is it? I forget. Doggone my memory. Memory. That's it. That's his name. Emery. He's Sam Emery's kid.
That's right, Shap. He left these parts years ago and just showed up again. See you later.
Maybe that's a name I should have forgot.
Son, I should have told you about the trouble between Tim O'Brien and myself. When I married your mother, there are two other men in love with her, Tim O'Brien and Sam Emery, Kid's father. When we announced our engagement, O'Brien went around like a crazy man, swearing to kill me. Emery didn't say anything. I knew him to be a scoundrel, but that didn't bother me none, although I knew that sooner or later I'd have to fight it out with him. Then one day, when I was in town,
You're welcome to that new wife of yours, Howard.
Yeah, nobody else would take her.
when it was all over, Sam Emery was dead. One of his bullets had lodged in my spine. This is the gun that Sam Emery shot me with. Carried two of them. His son, the Wolverine Kid's carrying the other. And he's been boasting that someday his gun would wipe out the Howard family. Son, there'll be no peace until one man carries both ivory-handled guns.
Good morning, Miss Virginia.
Good morning, Slim. Dad, what happened at the Lazy H yesterday?
Why, nothing, Virginia.
Mary told me something did. She heard about it from the kid in Hobart.
Lucky thing for young Howard I didn't drill him.
No, I wouldn't say that, Dad. Maybe you're the lucky one.
Oh, me? What do you mean, young lady?
Well, you know, Steve's pretty handy with a gun himself.
Well, I'm telling you right now, the next time we meet, I'll fill him so full of lead, they won't be able to pick him up off the ground.
Oh, I wouldn't say that, Dad. Anyway, I'll be back later when you cool off a bit.
Hello, Dad. I got my man that time.
Yes, but there's lots younger for the likes of you, Mary.
Yes, but none is good. Where's Virginia going?
Oh, likely she's gone over to Howard's.
Knowing how you feel about them, I should think she'd have better sense.
Well, if one of them ever shows up around here, I'll put a stop to it for good.
Now you're talking like a real O'Brien. I'm getting right proud of you lately, Pop.
Hey, Steve, wait a minute. You must be plumb loco, riding over to Tim O'Brien's place. You're going to start a lot of trouble.
As long as you're not there to do a lot of talking, there won't be any trouble.
Well, just the same, I think you ought to put it off for a while till he cools down. Say a couple of years from now.
Now listen, Shap. The sheep interests are getting ready to move in on our cattle ranges. And unless the O'Brien outfit and ours fight together, we're going to lose everything.
You know you'll never get the O'Briens to fight side by side with the Howards.
Well, at least I can try.
Well, I'm going with you.
Well, how can you? You got to stay here and find your hat.
My hat? Where? Now, what do you want to go and do that for? Well,
You shot him.
No, Mary, I didn't shoot him. But I've got a good idea who did. Let's get him in the house. I'll explain later.
Don't you touch
What's
him.
going on here?
Never mind that, Slim. Get Dad in the house and one of you ride for a doctor.
All right, Shorty.
You'd better pray Dad pulls through. Now get off this ranch and stay off.
This shell was exploded by the ivory-handled gun the kid carries.
How do you know that, Dad?
Well, you see, the hammer went clean through and split the brass on both sides.
Steve, Tim O'Brien just passed away.
What are you going to do now, son?
I'm going in and have a talk with Sheriff Henderson.
This shell wasn't fired by your gun, Steve.
Well, it's just like I told you, Sheriff. The Wolverine Kid shot O'Brien. I saw him.
Yes, but Mary accuses you. There's only one way to find out. I'll bring in the kid.
If he ever gets wind that you're on his trail, you'll never find him. Deputize me, I'll bring him in.
Pretty risky, Steve.
Well, if you think I need any help, give Shap here a badge.
Sure.
Shap, where's your right hand? I'll swear you in.
Shap.
What do you see, Steve?
It's Mary and Jeff Hobart. Looks like they're headed for Duck Lake.
Yeah? Well, doggone, I can see better with a pair of old specs with no glass in them. Huh? Oh, ain't that pretty?
I'm going to trail them. They may lead me to the Wolverine Kid.
You ain't gonna leave me here all alone. No, sirree, I got a badge, too. Besides, there may be coyotes out here after dark.
All right, Shap. I tell you what you do. You head for the gap near our cabin, and let me know if anyone gets through. I'll meet you later.
All right. If you ain't there by midnight, I'm going to wind up the cat and put out the clock.
Good evening.
Too bad about your father.
Guess young Howard didn't give him a chance to draw. Seen the Wolverine Kid?
Yeah, he rode through the gap over towards Brody. Said he had some business to take care of. Then he's figuring on coming back and plugging Steve Howard full of holes.
That's what I want to see him about. I want Steve Howard brought to me alive.
I don't blame you for wanting to plug him yourself.
It isn't that. I want to turn him over to the sheriff personally.
The kid's offering $500 for Steve. Alive.
I'll pay 1,000. The kid rides back this way. Tell him what I said.
Okay, but I don't think he'll let you or anybody else have Steve. He's figuring on taking care of that fella himself.
See you later.
How my memory abandons me. I'm all at sea and I'm up a tree. It's all because I always plumb forget. For example, if I'm near a cliff, the hill just drops and the road just stops. But I ride on because I plumb forget. Now let me see, what can it be that's making me feel so awful sad? Or heck, I guess I can't remember. When I fight, I take a dare, but when I draw, I just draw the air. My gun ain't there because I plumb forget. When it's time to sleep and count the sheep, I put the clock out to spend the night and wind the cat up till he hollers. When I die, I'll die of shame at heaven's gate. When they ask my name, I won't get in because I'll plumb forget.
Oh, I wish Steve would get here. I'm sleepy.
What's all this about?
Oh, that's clever, ain't it? I just rigged that up in case some of them gunslingers come around. They wake me up.
I see.
What'd you find out?
A lot. The kid's in Brody.
Brody?
Yeah. We're going there in the morning.
We're going there in the morning. Hey, wait a minute. You mean me and you are going into Brody alone? The kids hang out? A sheep town where no cowboy ever come out alive?
That's right.
Oh. Well, naturally, me and you ain't a bit scared of 15 or 20 gunslingers, are we?
Of course not, Jack.
Hey, Steve. You see my nightshirt around you anywhere?
Are you sure you didn't forget to pull it off this morning?
Oh, no, I... Good night, Steve.
Come on, everybody sing. Get yourself right in the swing. Come on, make the rafters ring. Get your boots and saddle. You've been on the range all day. Now it's time to laugh and play. So that's why you hear me say, forget your boots and saddle. We all are feeling so carefree and gay. We'll raise the ceiling with a hip, hip, hooray. Come on, everybody sing. Get yourself right in the swing. Come on, make the rafters ring. Forget your boots and saddle. Come on, everybody sing. Get yourself right in the swing. Come on, make the rafters ring. Forget your boots and saddle. You've been your way. Now it's time to laugh and play. So that's why you hear me say, forget your boots and saddle. We all are feeling so carefree and gay. We'll raise the ceiling with a hip, hip, hooray! Come on, everybody sing. Get yourself right in the swing. Come on, make the rafters ring. Forget your boots and saddle.
Is Jameson around?
Yeah, in the office.
Thanks. Jameson.
Yeah? You got rid of Tim O'Brien?
Yeah. Howard wouldn't draw on him. I had to do the job myself.
You did?
Yeah, now we're ready to put the sheep on the South Range tomorrow.
Good.
I got Hobart and his gang working with me. They're hidden out down by Duck Lake. We got the pass barricaded with barbed wire.
How are you going to get the comment through the pass?
When we're all set, we'll light their signal fires and they'll ride it right into my trap.
Good boy. The sheep are all meshed with the drive, and the boys outside are all raring to go.
What about the payoff?
I'll get the money from them sheep men as soon as the woolies set foot across the mountains. How about Steve Howard?
I've given orders to take him alive.
I'd say you're making a mistake. Better start shooting as soon as you see him. That's what I'm going to do if ever I meet up with him.
I know what I'm doing.
Look here, men. Everybody that's working for me, go along with the kid. I'll have your money for you tomorrow night.
Like they're getting ready to move them critters.
Now I know what the kid's up to, and there's just only one way to stop him.
Uh-oh. I can feel it just as plain. We'll leave our two bodies down in Brody, and all them sheepmen will feel so bad they won't never try to cross the range.
That's exactly where we're heading.
Kind of pretty, ain't it? I wonder how much good it'll do me in a rattlesnake's den like Brody.
Well, come on, let's give it a try.
Steve Harwood's riding into town with that fellow chaperone.
Good. I ain't had any pistol practice in a week. Go outside, Joe, and tell me when he's in shooting distance.
This town's deader than a doornail. I wonder where the kid and his gunslingers are.
You won't be wondering long.
I was afraid of that.
Still a-coming?
Just pulled up in front of the livery stable.
Boys, you're about to witness some fancy shooting.
Look, Steve, coming out of Jameson's saloon. You better watch out for Jameson. He's looking for a shooting match.
Hide out someplace. I don't want any trouble with you, Jameson. I'm looking for the kid. What are you doing up there?
There's gunslingers shooting from every roof.
Come on down.
Is the kid inside?
If he isn't, then Armour's in there that can tell me where I can find him. You go in the back way and attract their attention. I'll rush him from the front.
If we're going to fight, why don't we join the army?
Do as I say.
All right.
Any of you men that's not looking for trouble, come outside with your hands up.
Look what I found.
Nice work, Shep. How'd you do it?
Oh, I don't know. I just forgot about being scared, I guess, and started to shoot.
Where's the kid?
He took all the men that's sober enough to ride. I don't know where they went.
You'd better tell me the truth, or it'll be the last lie you'll ever tell. Come on.
All right. They're gone over to grab the Spring Valley Range. I reckon they got it by this time.
How would you like to get out of town?
Like this. Can't build no fence with a lot of old rot. And like anybody, they're gonna be awful dusty when somebody finds them if they ever get a chance. I'm gonna...
You better say that last one. It belongs to you.
Huh? Oh, thanks. I'm always forgetting.
Come on, let's get out of here. Hold it, Shep.
Don't tell me, I know. There's 40 gunslingers up here someplace, and we're going to clean them all out.
That's right.
I knew it.
But not alone.
Huh?
We'll light the signal fires. That'll bring the boys.
That ought to be easy. Which one do I fire?
You take the one in Spring Valley. I'll take the other one.
All right.
Like stealing candy from a baby.
There's nothing easy about this fella Howard as long as he's breathing. Say, how about turning him over to Mary and collecting that $1,000?
That's out. I ain't double-crossing the Wolverine Kid.
Well, that's like throwing 500 away.
Anyway, we'll take him to the Duck Lake cabin. He's been out a long time. We'll get him tied up before he causes any trouble.
That ought to hold him.
Keep an eye on him until I find the kid.
So much in love with Steve Howard, you'd see things my way. After all, he did kill Dad. Don't forget that.
You know that isn't true. Even the sheriff said he knew Steve didn't do it. It was the kid.
Oh, the kid had nothing to do with it. Why, he even offered $500 reward for Steve's capture. He wouldn't have done that unless he'd have thought Steve was guilty, would he?
That put you and the kid in the same class.
What do you mean by that?
You offered a reward, didn't you?
Sure glad I found you, Miss Mary.
Well, what's the excitement, Walt?
It's Steve Howard. I've got him.
You have?
Yes'm. But you'll have to hurry if you want him. Hobart's planning on turning him over to the kid.
Well, where is he?
In the cabin at Duck Lake.
I'm going with you.
I'm not going back up there. If the kid finds out I double-crossed him, I'll never be able to use that $1,000 you offered.
All right, you wait here. I'll pay you off when I get back. And, Walt.
Yes'm.
If my sister asks where I've gone, remember, you don't know.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi.
What brings you over this way?
Well, I'm worried about Steve. Have you heard from him?
Oh, don't you worry about Steve. He can take care of himself. Besides, if he runs into trouble, Chap's along with him.
Wind must have blew the covering off of this.
So much the better. When we get the kid's signal, we'll touch her off.
Slim, take these fellas down to Duck Lake Gap and get yourself set behind that barbed wire. As soon as Hobart and I get back, we'll like to signal fires. Give them cowmen something they ain't expecting.
We'll have everything set.
Where are we heading, kid?
You said you had Howard, didn't you?
Sure, over at the cabin.
Then where do you think we'd be heading?
Can't figure out what happened to Walt. I left him here.
Keep your eye on the outside. So you thought you could outsmart me? This is just what I've been waiting for. Now, when I plug you, I'll be paying your old man back in more ways than one.
Yeah, just like you paid off Tim O'Brien.
Who says I killed him?
I do. Hey, kid. Mary's right this way. What are you doing here, Miss Mary?
Is Steve Howard inside?
Yeah, with the Wolverine Kid.
So Walt told me the truth. You did disobey my orders. You're fired.
What do you want?
I just had a hunch you'd caught Howard.
That hunch mustn't plain and fancy talking. Who told you?
What's the difference? The point is, I want him.
You must want him pretty bad to offer $1,000 for him. What's the idea?
You act as though you thought I were against you. I'm on your side, kid, only I want the pleasure of turning him over to the sheriff myself.
No. The sheriff had him once. This time I'm the law.
You're right, kid. Guess this is a man's job.
Now you're showing some sense.
Where's Slim and the boys?
Down by Duck Lake Gap, laying for that Lazy H outfit.
You mean an ambush?
Yeah. We're gonna light their signal fires, and they'll ride right into our trap.
Kid, you're smarter than I gave you credit for. Up with your hands. Up with them. You had me fooled for a while, but I've just realized you tried to frame Steve. It didn't work, so you shot Dad yourself.
How did you get so smart all of a sudden?
You talk about that ambush. You're working for the sheep interests, and Steve's the logical leader of the cattlemen. That's why you want him, not because of Dad.
Drop that gun. Drop it.
Tie her up, Hobart. I'll be back later and take care of both of them. Covered up. Everything ready? All set, raring for a fight. Okay, hide out on both sides of the canyon, back of the wire. I'll signal Tom and Jake to light the fire.
There's a signal.
Signal fire. Something must have gone wrong. The Brody crowd are driving the sheep through. Gotta stop them. Round up every man in the valley and head for the gap. Wait a minute. Better send someone for the sheriff. What good's a man when he can't ride?
Where do you think you're going? Colonel, don't you understand the meaning of the word world? Uh-huh. I got you last. Doggone you, Cuddles. I never did see such a doggone low-down ornery trick. Ain't you got no regard for my feet? Do you realize that I've been walking and running? I bet you I walk more than 5,000 miles. Now, don't you take another step. Oh, my feet. Doggone. Just for that, I ain't gonna give you a drink of water tonight until after I have a drink first. What's that? Don't you talk back to me. I'm gonna give you the ride of your life right now. Say, that looks like Steve's horse over there. Why, that is Steve's horse. Must be something wrong. Come on.
Steve's mouth so we can talk to each other.
If you don't stop talking, I'm going to tie your mouth, too.
here a minute, will you? Homer! Sure got you tied up. Ain't you in a mess?
Carol, you're a sight for sore eyes.
Never mind the sore eyes.
Where's Hobart?
He's out there, and I'm out.
Well, get a rope and tie him up.
Where am I going to get a rope when all the ropes work?
You heard what the kid said about the ambush?
Yes, what can we do about
Well, take the back trail and warn the boys before they ride into it. Now, hurry. All right, Sheriff, let's go.
Set, kid. As soon as the cowmen hit that wire, we'll close in on them.
Tom, ain't them the cattlemen? Yeah, they sure a pack of them.
I hate to drag you into this.
Oh, I couldn't be drug if I didn't want to go.
I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll try to keep the kid and his men bottled up from this side. That'll give our men a chance to recover if they hit the wire.
Sounds easy the way you say it.
Sheriff. The Wolverine Kid's got a trap set for you.
Thanks for warning us, Mary. We'll go over there and get behind them. Come on, boys. There they are, Shep. All set for a nice little ambush.
Yeah, mighty brave, ain't they? If our boys ever rode into that, they'd slaughter them to pieces.
Shep, you keep them busy from here. I'm going up there and take a couple of pot shots at them.
posse. I'm getting out of here.
Sheriff. Thanks, Steve. Reckon that clears up the murder of Tim O'Brien. Yeah, and a lot of other things. Guess you'd like to have the pair of them. Here they are, Dad.
Trying to run away. So I turns to Steve and I says, come on, let's get after him. Show him what we cowman can do. So he gives me the nod to go ahead. I goes over to my horse cuddles, and with a loud war whoop, yoo-hoo! I make a fast mouth like this. My old pinto pony and me. Doggone. I forgot to stitch my saddle.